Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Bonjour. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. In chat, we right now have Abu, Jova Labs, Nil. Hello. Good morning. Oh my God. Leo, hello. Okay. My glasses are like looking real weird today. Live, pull this, throw that there, put that there. Twitch, amazing. I now have Twitch open twice. I'm just trying to get my glasses cleaned. What are we learning today? I think today was supposed to be the 1 hour bare metal versus cloud learning session. But is that what people still want? I know we were supposed to do that, but I'm thinking, is that what people want? Like, we could do that, or we can respin the wheel again and pick a different topic. Up to me. I don't know. I kind of already understand bare metal versus cloud, so I feel like it would be like really easy for me to do. So I think we should respin the wheel. I think we should respin the wheel. Let's see. Hello. Everything is set up beautiful. Amazing. Oh shit, it's already all here. Okay. So the last time we spun, we did best out of, we spun, I think, best out of 5, I think. So we can spin and see what we get. What are we gonna get here? Deployment types. I guess we're gonna do 1 hour learning about deployment types. Are people into this? Is this an idea? Are we aligned in this? Hell yeah. We're gonna talk about deployment types. So we have 1 hour to learn about deployment types. Amazing, okay. So we have to do an intro. What's the plan? We have to do an intro. We have to do, am I recording? I want to make sure I'm recording because I lost the last one. I literally cannot find the video for the last one I filmed. So we have to do an intro. We have to do lots of stuff. So let me take a sip of water, or let me take a sip of my Muche. Hyperpop Hump Day. It is Wednesday. I could play Hyperpop. Okay. You forgot today was a learn and present stream? Yes, we are learning and presenting. It's all good. I have so many other stream ideas I've been wanting to do. DJ stream 1. I'm actively trying to learn how to DJ. I could do a DJ stream and we could practice together, but I don't have like a deck, a proper deck. I could try, should I go on Craigslist and see if I can pick up a DJ deck? I can go on Craigslist and look if I could pick up a DJ deck. Let's go on New York Craigslist. How much do they cost right now? DJ deck. A full rave set for sale. Pioneer. I'm just Googling good intro DJ deck. Okay, a DJ 440 seems like it is the oh, okay. Yeah. I could figure this out. I could probably do this later. I do want to do a DJ set. I've been collecting music, and my friend Ren, who is like a very popular DJ in New York, has been helping me out. I've done one session with her so far, and she's taught me a lot, and I need to practice. But we learned that my MP3s were not formatted well, and that caused issues. So anyways, shall we film the intro? Everyone get ready to say hi, YouTube. Everyone put hi, YouTube in the chat so that then when I edit the intro, everyone will see that everyone's saying hi, YouTube. So say hi, YouTube. Hello. YouTube, it's another day and it's another 1 hour. Okay. Let me read you that. YouTube, it's another 1 hour learning session. Today we are learning about deployment types. I have 1 hour to learn as much as I can about different kinds of ways software is deployed, and then I will present to you everything that I learn. Let's get into it. That was easy. That's a good intro, right? That's a good intro. And then I need to do timer. Amazing. And then tools, scripts. Yes. Normally on a Friday night, I could probably do a throwdown on a Friday night, maybe. Okay, we have this here. We're gonna throw the timer. How many seconds in an hour? 3,600. Okay. We have 1 hour to learn as much as we can. I'm feeling good. How are y'all feeling about it? Thank you for the lurk, Neospring. 1 hour learning challenge. Done. Update that there. We're going to take this, move this here. We're going to move this here. And then we're learning CI/CD. Okay. We have to start the timer first, right? Yeah. We should probably start the timer. Right? Whenever I do these things, they always get me so nervous to start. Okay. Ha! Ready? We have 1 hour. Ready, set, go. Okay. We're going to start off just with writing our basic questions as we always do, which is, what are different types of software deployment? What are very popular tools? What are the advantages and disadvantages of each? How does this affect, what's the word I'm looking for? How does this affect incident response? I don't know. I don't really know. The thing about these challenges is that it's like you're asking the questions, but you don't know what questions to ask. Types of software deployment. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. There's a lot. Oh, okay. There's so many more than I knew. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Software deployment models. Oh my God. There's so much more than I knew about this. Oh my God. Okay. Whoa. Okay, this is clearly this is an AI article. Bro wrote this on ChatGPT, and I can tell. What are software deployment models? Choosing the right deployment model for our product is crucial to how an enterprise views your software offering. For them, cloud technology means it's no longer simply about selecting the right capabilities in a software vendor. They have to consider the delivery model to deploy the software across their enterprise. Different vendors offer different deployment models, and some may support more than one deployment model. No. This is not what we want. We want software deployment strategies. Software deployment strategies. Software deployment strategies. So these are cloud. So let's do software deployment strategies. Ooh, wait, oh my God. Google. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Wait, we're just going to really quickly call out cybersecurity moment here. So cybersecurity moment here. There's been a big issue with the fact that Google has been allowing people to publish sponsored hits and sponsored results that have led to ransomware, and there's a big long history about this. But people are always very vulnerable to clicking on malicious sponsored links because there wasn't a really strong delineation in what looked like a sponsored link versus what didn't look like a sponsored link. But look at what this is. Very clearly hyper-labeled sponsored results, and then you can click hide sponsored results. That's crazy. Because also that directly affects Google's business model of advertisements on search results. You can just ignore the ads, which I guess people already do. Does anyone else have this as their Google, like what their Google looks like right now? I wish I could hide this AI overview, but does anyone else have this? Ooh, you know what? Really quickly, I know that the timer is still going, but I want to look at something really fast. Give me a second. The timer is still going. This is relevant to it. This is relevant to the research because I wanted to find an article I sent a friend. Roadmap. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found what I wanted. Okay. So, I haven't used Google in a while, but it looks like you have to go really far down the page to hit the first organic search result. Yes, you really do. You basically have to go down. Basically now, I haven't used Google in a while, but it looks like you have to go really far down on the page to hit the first organic result. Yes, because if I hit refresh on this, oh, now the sponsored results are on the bottom? Am I getting A/B tested on right now? Where are the sponsored results now? I think I'm literally getting A/B tested on right now. Where did this? Okay, sure. Sponsored results are gone now. So why I needed to pull across to go here. So there's this website, roadmap.sh, DevOps, and then learn programming, whatever, terminal knowledge, whatever, networking protocols, serverless, configuration, CI/CD tools, secret management, container orchestration, GitOps, service mesh. I want to learn about app development. CI/CD is a method to frequently deliver apps to customers by introducing automation into the stages of app development. The main concepts attributed to CI/CD are continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. CI/CD is the solution to the problems integrating new code can cause for development and operation teams. Specifically, CI/CD introduces ongoing automation, but that's not the only option for deployment strategies, right? Yes, it is a kind of deployment strategy. CI/CD is a kind of deployment strategy. CI/CD versus, we'll just look this up. Canary development, what is this? I guess I'm more curious, okay, what is CI/CD and what is the alternative? What is CI/CD and what is the alternative? Oh my God, okay. CI/CD? Oop. DevOps is a philosophy and a culture, while deployment strategies are more narrowly focused on the actual steps used to deploy software. Why you should carefully consider deployment strategy, 8 strategies explained. Deployments versus releases. Oh, the big change in how we think about managing and manage deployments came as we've been able to decouple deployments from releases. Let's briefly explore what deploy and release traditionally meant and how those definitions have changed. In the original concept of DevOps, release came before the deployment process within the software development and release cycle. A release consisted of freezing code after it had undergone testing and validation in a staging environment and marking it as ready for deployment to production. The application development was the process of moving this code to a production environment, therefore making it live. The introduction of feature flags changed this. Okay, that's chilling. This is because feature flags, okay, users, even though code is deployed to production, the code may not be running. Users will see old code. I can't do a drip track right now. Strategies like trunk-based development, whereby code is constantly merged into the main branch, combined with continuous integration and continuous delivery, means that new code is constantly being pushed to a production environment. However, it is only when the relevant feature flag is enabled. Okay. CI/CD is the backbone of modern development, are not just buzzwords, they're foundational practices to transform how software is developed and delivered. CI/CD involves automating testing and merging code changes from multiple contributors into a shared repo several times a day. The key benefits of CI include early bug detection, blah, blah, blah. Once code passes the CI stage, it enters continuous deployment. This means that every change that passes, automated test is automatically deployed to production without manual intervention. Okay, let's, what is CI/CD? What existed before CI/CD? The road to CI/CD. Cat! I know Cat. Cat's a good friend of mine. Cat's the best. Cat is... I love Cat. Cat is the Kubernetes czar. They are amazing. Our industry is full of buzzwords, jargon, and abbreviations. DevOps itself was only coined as a term in 2008, so some of these concepts are relatively new. But some are actually quite old, and their definitions or uses have changed over time. CI/CD is one example. It's a core aspect of DevOps, but it predicates DevOps by decades, drastically changing the way we build and release software. Before the popularity of CI/CD, releasing software was a massive undertaking. Updates were released infrequently, sometimes only once a year or less. As a result, updates were very large and internet connections were slow. Providing the new version of a piece of software on a floppy disk, CD, or thumb drive wasn't uncommon. It was generally accepted that an update would introduce problems, and the way we did things back then meant a quick patch release would likely not be forthcoming. CI came first. It's the practice of regularly merging all developers' working code bases with the main branch, potentially multiple times per day. And it was first proposed by Grady Booch in 1991 in his book Object-Oriented Analysis and Design Applications. His vision for continuous integration didn't suggest releasing multiple times a day, but was the first step. Hold on one second. In 1997, Extreme Programming built on Booch's method by advocating for releasing multiple times a day. The name sounds absurd in retrospect, conjuring images of 90s marketing, but it's meant taking concepts and paradigms that were already accepted as parts, blah, blah, blah. For example, the concept of code review was exaggerated by introducing pair programming. Methodologies like Scrum and Kanban followed. In the early days, while we recognized that we needed to be releasing more frequently, we didn't have the tools to make that easier. Software was still largely being tested and delivered by hand. We didn't get the first open source tool to make continuous delivery easier to achieve until 2001 with the release of Cruise Control. For the first time, we had a system that could install and stand up ourselves to automate. Oh, interesting. Jenkins was released a decade later in 2011. It quickly overtook Cruise Control and remains in wide use today. Let's see. Okay, this is a good article. CI/CD history. CI/CD history by Cat. And then... what is, let's see. Continuous deployment. Let's see. I was taking the Pluralsight course with the title Azure DevOps Continuous Delivery Release, and it makes a big deal out of separating release and deployment concepts. Where deployment equals binaries in production and released equals features. Oh, interesting. Deployment, the concept, discussion. Deployment versus release. Deployment equals binaries in production, and then release equals features avail for end users. For enterprise applications, that seems to be very rarely useful. Let's see. I would agree. The idea feature flags features which are deployed to live, but then released with the switch has an oversold. However, that doesn't mean that there's no concepts in the bundle you can't use to get the benefits from. Version releases, you have more than one version at the same time. What is the difference between Big Bang deployment and CI/CD? That's not clear. We don't even know what Big Bang deployment is yet, but it's instructions unclear about what the difference is. Continuous deployment versus the Big Bang approach. Continuous deployment embodies agile principles, advocating for frequent automated release and incremental changes. This methodology involves integrating code changes into the main repo branch continually, followed by automating testing and deployment to production environments. Updates are typically released to production on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, allowing for iterative delivery and quick feedback loops. In contrast, Big Bang approach follows traditional deployment strategies. It consolidates all changes into a single comprehensive release after extensive development. Comparison highlights continuous deployment excels in agility through frequent releases, enabling teams to swiftly adapt to evolving requirements. Its iterative nature fosters flexibility, adaptability, ideal for projects where responsiveness is crucial. Conversely, while the Big Bang approach simplifies deployment planning, it lacks the agility. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We like don't have any notes yet and we're 15 minutes in. This is not good. Software development lifecycle. This is what we're studying today. Software development lifecycle. This is the term. This is the term that we've been missing. Like, fuck. Hi, Freezy. I guess we should add software development lifecycle to like our list of future topics. Like, breaking down the software. Breaking down the software development lifecycle? I don't know. Big Bang and feature toggle. They'll explore what they entail and how they can be applied in real world scenarios. Okay. No! You're kidding. Not the AI. (2018) Amazing. Okay, someone actually wrote this article. Intro to deployment strategies, blue, green, canary, and more. These days, the biggest challenge to software development is the frequency of deployments. Product teams deploy releases to production earlier and more often. Months-long release cycles are becoming rare, especially among those building pure software products. Today, using a service-oriented architecture and microservices approach, developers can design a code base to be modular. This allows them to write and deploy changes to different parts of the code base simultaneously. The business benefits of shorter deployment cycles are clear. Time to market is reduced, customers get product value in less time, customer feedback also, okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Popular deployment strategies. To meet these challenges, application and infrastructure teams should devise and adopt a deployment strategy suitable for their use case. We will review several and discuss pros and cons. Okay. Big Bang deployments update whole or large parts of an application in one fell swoop. One fell swoop? Wait, has the phrase always been one fell swoop? It's not one foul swoop? We're gonna save that for later. Oh my God, what? Cool. Big bang deployments required the business to conduct extensive development and testing before release, often associated with the waterfall method of large sequential releases. Modern applications have the advantage of updating regularly and automatically on either the client side or the server side. This makes the big bang approach slower and less agile for modern teams. All major pieces packaged in one deployment, largely and completely replacing the existing versions of software with a new one. Okay, so we're gonna say this. Deployment types, big bang deployment. I've never thought about it, weird saying. I just didn't know it was one fell swoop. I thought it was one foul swoop, like a bird. What a cool name, Entor. You've been here since 2011? Amazing. Wow. I'm old. Me too. Big bang deployment. Replaces a lot of existing software with newer big bang deployment. Deployment oh. Deployment usually resulting in long development and testing cycles. Assuming a minimal chance of failure, as rollbacks may be impossible or impractical. Cannot fail because rollback. I feel like this is going to be such a bad presentation. We're 30 minutes in and I feel like I still don't know what I'm talking about. Rolling phased or step deployments are better than big bang deployments because they minimize many of the associated risks, including user-facing downtime without easy rollbacks. In a rolling deployment, an application's new version gradually replaces the old one. The actual deployment happens over a period of time. During that time, old and new versions coexist without affecting functionality or user experience. This process makes it easier to roll back any new component incompatible with the old versions. The following diagram shows a deployment pattern. The old version is in blue and the new version, okay. The application suite upgrade is an example of rolling deployment. If the original applications were deployed in containers, the upgrade can tackle one container at a time. Each container is modified to download the latest image from the app vendor's site. If there is a compatibility issue for one of the old apps, the older image can recreate the container. I'm like genuinely like stuck still. I'm still genuinely very stuck on CI/CD versus blue green. Let's just see what this is. That's AI. Oh, okay, Fortinet. Let's go. CI/CD is a software development methodology. It automates software development methodology. CI/CD is a software development methodology. I spelled methodology wrong. I want to get that. This is actually a good article. Paste CI/CD. primarily focuses on collaboration and early problem detection. Developers regularly commit code changes to a shared repo multiple times a day. Each commit triggers automated testing to identify defects or inconsistencies, prevents minor errors from accumulating into significant issues later. CD ensures code remains deployment ready after passing automated tests and quality checks, requiring only manual approval for production release. Continuous deployment extends this concept by automatically deploying every change that passes all tests directly to production without human intervention. The importance of CI/CD. Okay. Deployment strategy significantly impacts application security and availability. Several approaches minimize the risk. The strategy maintains two identical production environments, two new... Okay, so... CI/CD is the methodology, and then these are... CI/CD deployment strategies. AI. Calling that AI right now. Deployment strategies. What do I want to call this? Canary? Rolling? Rolling. We'll put the word rolling in there. Oh my god, we have 30 minutes left, and I feel like I don't even know what I'm going to say. Let's see. Command F, CI/CD. Okay, the purpose of the right deployment strategy. Your deployment strategy aims to fulfill the following three objectives: minimize downtime, reduce risk, and maintain stability. CI/CD is the conveyor belt of the software world. It automates the process of integrating code changes, running tests. Modern deployment strategies rely heavily on CI/CD practices. They provide automation and consistency needed to make complex deployment techniques. CI/CD is the automation used for... CI/CD is the automation... Is the... CI/CD is the... What's the word I'm looking for? CI/CD is the... deployment methodology. CI/CD enables different kinds of software deployment strategies possible. Okay. Delete that. And then different, what CI stands for continuous integration. Code is developers' code is frequently merged into a central repo. What is CI/CD? CI/CD is the deployment methodology, continuous integration / continuous deployment or delivery, depending on who you're talking to. Amazing. CI/CD enables, okay, CI automates the human intervention traditionally needed to get new code committed with the ability to quickly integrate updates. What is continuous integration? Playlist isn't right now. It's not a real playlist. The CI and CI/CD always refers to continuous integration, the automation process for developers that facilitates more frequent merging of code changes to a shared branch or trunk. These updates are made. Automated testing steps are triggered to ensure the reliability of merged code changes. In modern application development, the goal is to have multiple developers working simultaneously on different features of the same app. However, if an organization is set up to merge all branching source code together in one node on one day, okay, that's because when a developer working in isolation makes a change to an application, there's a chance it will conflict. CI can be thought of as the solution for having too many branches of an app in development at once that might conflict with each other. Successful CI means that once a developer's changes to an application are merged, those changes are validated by automatically building the application and running different levels of automated testing. Automation enables automation of testing and code quality checks are ensure. You found me from Keem stream? Hello, thank you for stopping in. I need to clip that stream from Keem. There was some fun stuff there. I didn't realize you could barely hear me. Automation of testing and code quality checks ensure that those changes are validated by automatically building the application and running different levels of automated testing, typically unit integration tests. Incoming changes do not break the app. Testing includes unit and integration tests, as well as building the application. I don't know, man. This is hard. One of the benefits of CI is that it automatically discovers a conflict, can quickly discover code conflicts. So then CD equals continuous delivery or deploy. Used interchangeably, both are about automating further stages of the pipeline, but they're sometimes used separately to illustrate how much automation is happening. The choice between continuous delivery and continuous deployment depends on the risk tolerance. Continuous delivery automates the release of validated code to a repo following continuous. So deployment and delivery are two different concepts here, but the term is used interchangeably. Continuous deployment, continuous delivery. Can do one or the other. Depends on risk tolerance. Continuous delivery automates the releases of valid code to a repo following automation of builds. So continuous delivery It's important CI is already in our pipeline and continuous delivery. Every stage from the merger involves test automation and code release automation. At the end of the process, operations team is able to swiftly deploy an app to production. I ran out of air there. Continuous delivery usually means the developer's changes to an application are automatically bug tested and uploaded to a repo where they can then be deployed to a live production environment by the operations team. It's an answer to the problem of poor visibility. Automation of release of code to repo. In order to have effective continuous delivery process, it's important to CI. Every stage involves test automation and code release automation. Let's go one more there. At the end of the process, the operations team is able to swiftly deploy an app to production. Continuous delivery means developers' changes in an application are bug testing is automated. It's an answer, okay. I feel like this is actually just evolving into learning about CI/CD, which is worse. We might have to do software deployment strategies later. Able to be deployed to production at any moment due to automation. And then continuous deployment equals every change that passes automation is put into production. DevOps, what are some common CI/CD tools? CI/CD security. We'll keep that open. If you still rely on Big Bang deployments or are ever afraid to ask to break your production environment when you push changes, it's seriously time to invest in building a strong CI/CD pipeline. 3 continuous deployment strategies. Oh. Continuous, oh my god, okay. There are different kinds of continuous deployment. This answers the question. Deployment strategies used. So Big Bang. Oh my god, this article literally just answered like every fucking question. Best article. Woo! In this blog post, we look at continuous. I want to change the song. The song sounds goofy. What the fuck is that goofy ass song? Oh, hi, Goblin. Hi, Goblin. In this blog post, we look at continuous deployment of the main implementation models you need to know: Blue, Green, Rolling, and Canary. We also explore how your application can benefit from native CI/CD pipelines. No. Let's see. CD stands for continuous delivery and continuous deployment. When discussing CD, it's important to clarify that if you are talking about continuous delivery or continuous deployment, the key difference between the two is how tested code is pushed into production. Continuous deployment, a manual choice to push the changes into production after the code has been deployed. Okay. So continuous delivery, manual choice to push to prod. Automatic push to prod when everything passes tests. I think GitLab or GitHub Actions is easier to learn, probably, but we're not learning the actions, we're learning just the tools. Successful deployments, or not even the tools, we're just learning the concepts right now, honestly. I don't know the concepts. Oh my God, I have 18 minutes left, oh my God. Big bang deployment versus CI/CD. Oh my God, this is just gonna turn into us understanding CI/CD first. Oh no. Big bang. Deployment strategies, continuous deployment. Okay. So big bang deployment, software strategy development where all changes and updates deployed automatically or simultaneously. I spelled that wrong. No gradual incremental. It's an all-encompassing and sudden nature. It's a high-risk deployment strategy as errors and issues in the new software can affect the entire system. So it's not incremental. And then we put that there, and then I actually want to go back to Kat's article here. I think we are building our lore. We're building the presentation. We're building the presentation. Oh my God, okay. We're building the presentation. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I think we have it. Big bang. This approach contrasts the traditional Big Bang releases where large. This was how software used to be. Large batches of changes are deployed at once, increasing the risk of unforeseen issues. By deploying smaller, manageable changes, amazing. Benefits. Benefits of CI/CD, faster release cycles, allows for new features to get added, bug fixes, get integrated quicker, etc. Collaboration between teams. Reduced risk of issues of deployment. Let's see. Enhance customer satisfaction. This is so stupid. Components of CD to successfully implement components, continuous deployment, you'll need to rely on a variety of tools and systems that help automate and streamline the process. These deployments work together to ensure that your code changes are built, tested, and deployed seamlessly and efficiently. Let's take a closer look. Version control system. What parts of CD? Parts of CD. Oh my God, we're gonna run out of time. There's so much. Version control system, build, automation, tools, continuous deployment. Jenkins, streamline, Deploying code to various environments, i.e. Jenkins, GitLab, Travis, CI, build automation tools. Automate the compiling of code and creating executable, i.e. Maven, Gradle, Ant, version control system, tracks code changes to changes to code base, maintain complete history, and allow collabs between people, and then i.e. Git, SVN, etc. And then testing and monitoring. Continuous deployment relies heavily on automated testing to ensure your code, and then testing, automated testing, JUnit, Selenium, TestNG, provide immediate feedback to make sure code changes are working and reliable. Each tool and system plays a critical role in ensuring that your code changes are built, tested, and deployed. Okay, this is a great article. i.e. blue, green, etc. Cut, put that there. This is gonna have to go into a future one. So then we're gonna jump over to, I liked that article a lot. Throughout the generation, niche topic to mainstream, the importance of a CI/CD, what is the CI/CD pipeline? All changes and deployed automatically. Continuous development. Oh my God, we have 11 minutes left. CD is a software development approach where every change made to the code base is automatically deployed. I feel like there's not... As a result, many development teams choose to use a more gradual... Okay. They're each their own development pros and cons. The benefits of deployment planning. No, I don't like that article. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Now that we have 10 minutes left, I just wanna make sure I understand something here. What is the difference between, what is the difference between Big Bang deployment and CI/CD? Is CI... is a release strategy is a software development and delivery process. They operate at different stages and serve different goals. So then what was used before CI/CD? CI/CD is a development practice that automates building, testing, and deploying software in small, frequent changes. Small, frequent changes. Small, frequent changes. Explain the why. So can CI/CD use big bang deployment? It's on their names. How you release the changes to production all at once. Okay. I guess this presentation accidentally turned into learning about CI/CD because I got super confused. This is what happens when you don't know the right questions to ask. Explain more the what is blue-green deployment? How does this fit into CI/CD? How does blue-green deployment fit into CI/CD? If CI/CD is a deployment methodology, what other deployment methodologies exist? Sorry, rephrase. What are alternatives to... Okay. Fuck. So we just completely missed. So this is just, okay. Software delivery process. We have to do another one just on different software delivery processes. And then we have to do one on different kinds of, sounds like a grift by Big Infra. Yeah. So many options, so many options. Okay, we have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. CI/CD's nuts. Okay, I have to say it. Try asking deployment strategies, exactly. So I feel like I can't even put this in here. Oh my God. Blue-green deployment versus canary, derived from the idiom of the canary in the coal mine. Oh my God. Okay, we have 4 minutes left. What else do I need? Let's see. Deployment automation tools for CD. My deployment strategy, stress and pray. Yes. What is like automated for CD? $9 months ago, $10. This is an AI article. Yeah, that was an AI article. Continuous deployment. Yes, there are other strategies. CI/CD, different environments. Exploring different environments in CI/CD. AI. Before, how CI/CD looks to improve production. What are the differences between the CI/CD environments? And CI in CD stands for continuous integration. The pipeline, deployment. No, I want to know like... It is a DevOps anti-pattern to have branches per environment. You should consider a trunk-based development. What? Trunk-based development? Trunk-based development? Trunk-based development, new term. New term. Trunk-based development. Start here and see where this gets us. Trunk-based development. Version control management practices. Version control management practices. Version control management practices. Fascinating. Okay, we have a minute left. I feel like as I do these more, I get more calm as I go through and like work on these things. Deploying versus releasing. Deploy and release, there's a big difference. Deploy includes all the technical activities to make software run. A release comes after deployment and includes all the activities that are needed to move. Deployment versus release. Oh my God. Deployment versus release. Two years ago. Oh my God, so many spams. Oh! Okay, y'all. I have no idea what this presentation is going to look like because there is so much that I just straight up am unfamiliar with that this presentation became something completely different than what we were expecting. So I don't even know what's gonna happen. But also, I just really want to look at this really fast. I haven't actually spent a lot of time looking at this DevOps roadmap. Have y'all seen this website before? The roadmaps.sh. I feel like someone on stream showed it to me. Create your own roadmap. Internet? How does the internet work? What is HTTP? Front-end basics? Front-end basics. For a back-end? Personal recommendation, opinion, alternative option, pick this or purple. Whoa. Wilden. Have y'all seen this before? Okay. Amazing. Okay. Cool. So oi, it is a cool site. Yeah. We need to, I like the project ideas. Yes. We need to make the slides. We need to make the slides. I'm a mess. What can I say? We need to make the slides. Hold on. I have to sign in on this. Woo! Woo! What brain rot do y'all want to watch? Can we get some Minecraft parkour? Absolutely. Minecraft parkour, 10 hours. Okay, here we have a 6-hour Minecraft parkour. What else do y'all want on your brain rot? Do we want another brain rot? I do need to drink water. Thank you for calling it out. You. Brain rot hours? Absolutely. What was I looking for? I was looking for dog grooming compilation. Let's see, dog grooming compilation. We can see some cute little doggies. Let's see. You're 1 hour? 1 hour ASMR. I'm looking for some good, like, brain rot for y'all. I think I found one. I think I found a good one. One hour cat grooming compilation. Ooh. Okay, so we need to do 3600. I think it's 1800, yeah. 1800 for the timer for 30 minutes to work on the presentation. Okay, lots of very good brain rot right now. Do y'all like the brain rot I chose for you? Please be happy. I picked this brain rot out for you. Wait, maybe I should put that there, this here. Yee. Thanks, Brain Rot Curator. Yeah, you're welcome. Let me just make sure I get my drive open, drive.google.com. And then we're gonna create a new Google Slides. Okay. It is now time for us to make the presentation. This has completely devolved into a completely different topic than what we were expecting. So we're gonna have to see what happens because we have so many more topics now that we need to learn. That was totally not expected. So I have 30 minutes to make the presentation. I'm going to turn off my mic and then turn up the music. Stick around to see the presentation. Okay? Okay. I know I took a lot longer than I wanted to. I took a lot longer than I wanted to on this. Kind of embarrassed on that. I basically had to pivot my entire theme halfway through making it because it just did not work out well. It did not work out. So I had to run. I had to run. So, who's ready for the presentation? Woo! Who's ready for the presentation? I'm kind of nervous. Who's ready for the presentation? What was the subject? CI/CD. The subject is CI/CD. Ooh, my legs feel a little crusty right now. Oh. Whew. Okay. Filters. Okay, ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Because it's time to present. It is time to present. Are we ready to learn? This presentation was genuinely so difficult to make because the theme I originally wanted to do did not work out. The idea that I wanted to do did not work out, and it completely devolved into something completely different than what was expected. So I tried my best to do what I could. Okay? We have ads for 24 more seconds, so we will wait. Hold on, hold on. Oh, that matcha was strong. Okay. Okay. Hello. It is time to present. This presentation completely went off the rails from the theme that I originally wanted to do all the way to, excuse me, let me restart. This 1 hour challenge went off the rails completely from the original topic that I wanted to do all the way to the actual presentation theme that I wanted to do, to the point where I had to extend my presentation time because I literally could not figure out how to make this work. This was genuinely a really hard topic because this is the situation of like, I didn't know what questions to ask, and I just was so uneducated on this. I didn't even know where to start, and it just completely went off the rails. So I'm gonna try my best here, but who knows? We're gonna try, okay? We're learning together, and that's the beauty of this. Let's jump in. So, Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about what is CI/CD. CI/CD, we went with the maximalist theme here. CI/CD is a software deployment methodology. CI stands for continuous integration, and CD stands for either continuous deployment or continuous delivery. Okay? Why is CI/CD important? CI/CD allows for faster release cycles and reduces risk of deployment issues. CI/CD is made possible through automation and shared code bases. The font is giving, thank you. Let's jump in and talk about continuous integration. Continuous integration represents how developers' code is handled. Continuous integration means that developers' code is frequently merged into a shared central repo and is automatically tested to be sure that incoming changes do not break the existing project. You can't read this? Good. This basically means that as a developer is working, continuous integration allows for high collaboration between developers and moving forward in the development process. Oh my God, this is so hard. This was such a hard topic for me. How is continuous integration tested? Continuous integration relies on unit tests and integration tests. They're run automatically to catch any potential bugs and code conflicts before code is allowed to be merged into the shared repo. Essentially, as a developer works on a project or works on code and they want to put it into the pipeline, it first has to go through all these tests and then pass all the tests before it can even be introduced into the main developer repo. Oh my God. Okay. Now on the other side, we have continuous deployment / delivery. Did I spell delivery right? Yes, I did. Okay. CD in the word CI/CD has two different meanings: continuous deployment or continuous delivery, depending on who you're talking to. They're two different concepts though, but the term CD is used interchangeably to represent both of them. CD basically is the way that code gets escalated into production, jumping in further into continuous deployment and continuous delivery more. CD has two different meanings. These are just the same slide. What? What did I do here? Okay, whatever. Let's talk about continuous delivery. Continuous delivery is the concept of the automation of code being moved into a repo and into production. No, not into production. Being queued up and ready to go to production. Because the automation of continuous delivery, not deployment, delivery, updates can be pushed to production at any moment. Continuous delivery does require manual intervention of when to push to production. Continuous delivery means that at any point, any of the working versions of the code should be ready to go to production at any moment, but continuous delivery does require human intervention to get it into production. Yes, there is a lot of the parts of the code that is automated through continuous integration, but that doesn't necessarily mean that just because a developer's code is continuously integrated, it does not mean it is continuously delivered. Continuous deployment is similar to continuous delivery in that things like bug testing and code releases are automated. But continuous deployment differs in the fact that as soon as a change passes all of the automated testing, it automatically gets pushed into the production code base. Yeah. Yeah. So then what are the parts that make up the CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD is made up of a version control system, build automation tools, deployment automation tools, and automated testing. Starting off with version control systems are how the code base is tracked. It maintains the history and is the software used to allow collaboration between developers. Example of this include Git, SVN, and Mercurial. Then we have the build automation tools. The build automation tools automate the compiling of the code and the creation of code executables. Things like Maven, Gradle, and Ant allow code to be ready to be deployed into production at any point through the testing of build and automation of the building. Then we have deployment automation tools. Deployment automation tools streamline the deploying of code to the various environments used in the development and testing process. For example, Jenkins, GitLab, and Travis CI. And then they have automated testing. Automated testing provides immediate feedback to make sure code changes are reliable and working, and allows bugs to be caught early as developers merge into shared code bases. For example, JUnit, Selenium, and Cucumber. Thank you for watching. This was very difficult. How did I do? Vote in the poll. How did I do? Great presentation, first time chatter. This was I'm gonna let y'all vote first, and then I'll talk. We're gonna let y'all vote first, and then I'm gonna yap. Whew. No yes men allowed. Who is giving me a 5? I'm sorry, I give this presentation a 2. I'm giving this presentation a 2. This was so difficult for me because this was the first time I really ever have looked into these topics before and really explored these subjects. So there was so much I just did not even know where to start. And it is just a topic that I'm so deeply unfamiliar with, probably because I rarely build my own code. I rarely produce final projects that need to get pushed to production, essentially. So this was genuinely a very difficult presentation to make. And so it was hard to make funny. This was just difficult. I think this has left me with more questions that can lead to more, what's the word I'm looking for? This has led to more topics for us to learn together, because I didn't even know what questions to start with. And originally, I just wanted to do what was the original topic? Deployment types. I don't know what that meant. There's so much more that we just don't know from this that gives us more opportunities to learn together. So I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I personally felt like that presentation was a 2. And normally, for those of you who are first-time viewers, I don't usually put this much font on my screens. I usually try to be funnier. I usually try to be more engaging. This was genuinely a hard thing to present on. So, I don't know. That was hard. That was really hard. All you said was accurate. No fake news. That's a wide topic that depends on a lot of the project, but as an introduction, 5 out of 5. Thank you. CACD is a moving target most of the time. Yes. Okay. So it is time to decide the next topic for next week's 1 hour learning session. Shall we spin the wheel and decide a topic? We're going to spin the wheel and decide next week's topic. What is virtual memory? Wait, that's actually so exciting. Is anyone else excited for this, or is it just me? Big topic. Big topic, very exciting. We're going to learn about what's virtual memory. We're learning about how computers work. Amazing. Let me turn off my... Is it about... I guess we are getting into operating systems territory. Easy. It's when addresses are mapped to different addresses. Amazing. I know nothing about virtual memory, so we're going to learn this together. If you want to see me learn about virtual memory, tune in next week, next Wednesday, 10 a.m.-ish, where we will be doing this stream, our 1 hour learn, and we're going to learn as much as we can about virtual memory. I'm going to film an outro. Everyone say goodbye, YouTube, because this is the outro to YouTube. Hopefully you learned something. This was genuinely a really difficult topic. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what topics you want to see me learn in the future, because we are going to do it. And I'm doing this every Wednesday. I'm trying to do this every Wednesday as often as I can. But if you want to find me online, you can find me everywhere at Ending with Allie. And remember, good luck, have fun, and don't die. Bye. I'm going to do that again. If you want to find me online, you can find me everywhere at Ending with Allie. And remember, good luck, have fun, and don't die. Bye. Amazing outro. Learn Holy See. You're kidding. You're kidding. No, oh my God, scary. Scary shit. The first one was perfect. Learn Holy See. Okay, we'll put Learn Holy See. We'll put Learn Holy See. Learn Holy See. I will put it in the list of ideas. It is in the list of ideas, okay? Okay, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Is it on GitHub? Maybe. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to end this stream here. I have to go make a focaccia. See you. I'm going to head out. I'm going to drop y'all off at study time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I don't know, maybe I'll go live later, but before next Monday. But if not, I'll be live next Monday, 10 a.m., writing Threatwire. Get ready. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And like, comment, subscribe. I don't fucking know.